Hello world, we are going live from Sacramento to try to solve a LeetCode problem. So it's kind of a random problem, but it's one of the medium level problems. This one I picked because there are some pictures, and the explanation is not 20 lines. So well, let's see if there's actually we can understand the meaning and maybe get some ideas and possibly then solve it within the 30 minutes or so. So minimum lines to represent a line chart. Okay, you're given a 2D integer array stock prices, where stock prices shows day and price, indicates the price, the stock on day. I, prices, price. Okay, a line chart is created from the array by plotting the points on XY plane with X representing the day and Y representing the price. So, and connecting adjacent points. These are years. Okay, so that's the day, that's the price. Connecting adjacent. Okay, adjacent points. One such example is shown below. So that's first. So we have a day. On a day, okay. Return the minimum number of lines needed to represent the line chart. Let's make a face that shows being I don't know, challenged. So we have so intuitively, if there is enough minimum number of lines needed. Lines, okay, let's look at the explanation. So we have stock prices days 1 to 3 5 to 8, and so there's some stock 7 6, the price, yeah, stock price. The diagram above represents the input with it representing the day and Y representing the price. The following 3 lines can be drawn to represent the line chart. Line 1 is red. From 1, 7 to 4, 4, passing through. Okay, there is line blue in blue and line green. It can be shown that it is impossible to represent the line chart using less than 3 lines. Okay, so we're talking about straight lines, strictly speaking. All right. So we have input data. Then this 3 1 7 2. Wonderful. Day 1, day 3, day 2. So the data might not be coming sorted. That's That was one of my first questions. And so this information is strictly linear, can be, okay, as shown, the line chart can be represented with a single line. Wonderful. Okay, from stock prices length is, okay, 10 to 5, up to 10 to 5, at least one. Stock prices I. So yeah, each has two values, each data entry. And so the day and the price are at least one and go until 10 to 9. All day are distinct. Okay, so all days are distinct. Good. Okay, it's kind of chilly. I like it. I mean, this problem, I don't have an immediate idea, but I mean, we can sort it. Sorting will give us the data. And after which, yeah, we'll probably need to sort it. If we sort it, we will see if the next pair follows the same correlation between, like these. So 1, 2. So the next values, you see 1, 2, and 2, 3. They so that, I mean, there's at least one line between any input, okay, but then we have through 2, and the difference between them is the same. So it's with the increment of 1 for each change, for each axis, yeah. The function that describes that is function for is yeah, well, it doesn't, I mean, it could change function for these, but I mean, if the difference is the same, we have still the same line. That's kind of the basics of it. Then also another thing to keep in mind, the maximum number of lines, the minimum number of lines is 1, but the maximum number of lines is n minus 1, because it's the number of edges between these points. And by the way, yeah, so in this case, it will be 1 plus 1 plus 1, and then it will be plus 4. But I mean, the math of it is y equals x. That's, yeah, that's kind of the function. Which would be function of x equals, right? Something like that. Function is basically x. Yeah. I mean, if it changes, yeah, if it changes, if the difference or the correlation between the increments is different, For example, it could be y is x2, 2x. Then, or some other variable, then it's a new line. So it's a new function. So we'll have some number of functions, but we can do that after sorting. So back to the problem. If you focus just on the problem, it makes sense to sort them by for example, by x. Sort these values by x, and then just go over each one of them and see how long we can get one line. And if we need to change it, we'll start a new line, count as a new line. Can we do it without sorting? Without sorting, it just, they're all from different parts. And can we do a linear time sorting? There is like 10 up to 10 billion. Oh, up to a billion. So that means up to a billion. I mean, we can create an array of that length. And by the way, all of them are distinct. What does that suggest? Distinct. Distinct means we can use a map. I don't know what we would need it for. A map would allow us to do what? To get the other value constant time, but we primarily we worry about the next value, the neighbor value, right? That's what we worry about, the neighboring values. So we can check if their function is the same. The function that describes their position on this plane. I mean, if we create an array of a billion, yes, then we can sort them. We can just lay them all these values in one array. And by the way, yeah, if we have it's kind of constant extra memory. But I mean, yeah, we'll go through that array once, then to put and then another time. The only problem, yeah, so the values are all positive and there are at least one. Yeah, so if we put a 0, yeah, so basically we can either, yeah, 0 means there is no price for that day. We can sort it by, or we can use some extra memory, sort it within, and with extra memory, we can actually do it in linear time, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. It's not a big difference, but we'll say that our sorted stock Yeah. Chrono. Well, I want to. Stock prices will be, wow, that's quite a long name, huh? Would be, let's make a slice of integers of length 1, right? Plus 1, right? Because yes, the day starts with 1. Mm-hmm. So we'll create that slice. Calling maximum slice length. Oh, well, yeah, that's more than enough. So that looks like it's math int 64. Max int 64, yeah, so we should be fine. Okay. And we're gonna put our stock price that list them there. So for do we need the index? No, we need the pair. Range stock prices. We're gonna have let's put them chrono stock prices chrono. So we have that. We need the 0, that's the day. Wow, it's the price. Now, now the primary, now when we have our data sorted, we're gonna go over them for and we need the days, yeah. For I is the range chrono stock prices. It's kind of a confusing name, probably, but chronological. Yeah, it tells better. So here, yeah, if v is bigger than 0, so if we actually have some value, then we'll have some data. And we also need to count lines or line count. Line count will start with, by the way, if the length is 1, just one value, if there's just one value, which there could be, then we're gonna have 0 lines. We want to return the minimum number of lines. Okay. minimum lines. Minimum lines. Well, by the way, is there like a more brute force idea? There could be some fancy idea here. Because we know the maximum number of lines is n minus 1. But if we find values that have the same pairs of values, that have the same increment between each other, that decreases the number of lines we need. That decreases. So there could be a different approach to different, like, we'll have a pair, and we'll put it in the map. If we find another pair, like in this case, we have 3, 2. Oh, 3, 4. And then we have 1, 2. Here's the problem. We need to take care. We need to look at the adjacent pairs. We can't just get some distant, pairs that have something in between and conclude something about it. It's not enough. We need to know that there is nothing between these two pairs. Like these two, and we can only know that once we sort them. Yeah. Because we can calculate that each of them follow the same function. By the way, in this case, it's not y equals x, it's y equals x plus 1, right? Yeah, so it's all shifted by 1, yeah. But it's, and they all follow that function, but there could be some curves in between, which will not give us a straight line. To know it's a straight line, we need to know all the intermediary points. So, yeah. So we have, if v is more than 0, we have a point. That will be not just line count, it will be main lines. So what we could do, if we see, we need to track, and we need to say that the prev is, prev is going to be a slice of integers. And if prev is v, now we're gonna say that we need to compare the prev with the current. Basically, we'll have a sort of like a trend, but so let's see. We have it. We have data. The way we have it here. We have a price. Prev is pair path. Day starts at 1. I mean, we can initialize it like that. So let's say we started the first day. We just want to remember it. Okay. And we don't care. We'll have, what it means we have a line. We have data point. By the way, we only have a line when we have 2 data points. Yeah, 1 data point is not enough. So if pref is not basically not nil, so we have some kind of previous value. And there will be a diff between the parameters. I want to so if prev, I wonder what is a nil slice. If we make slice length 0, is it nil? That's what I'm curious. I don't think it's a, yeah. I don't think it's nil. It's going to be a slice. So if pref not equal our initial pref, so that means there is some new value in the pref, and we can compare it and calculate our diff. Because we're gonna be using diff is also a slice of byte with 2 values. We'll say that diff diff so, but wait a second, we don't need just the diff. We need the correlation between them. So the difference between A and B this one is 1 and 1, so the correlation will be 1 to 1. And that means, yeah, so we might not need a diff. We need to know and that's not going to be an integer correlation. It could be like that, or it could be anything. And also we don't want to divide by 0 because the difference could be 0. So yeah, it could be a poor proportion. Like in this case, the difference of the price is 0. All the days are different. Well, the days are different. That means we can divide by days. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, then what we can do is say that that the word correlation, yeah, coefficient, correlation, yeah, let's do this correlation. It's gonna be I need a float here. Or we can define it correlation, and then we'll say that correlation is between the differences. That's what we need. We need V 0 minus prev 0. That will be divided by the second. Yeah, the difference between. So these are we need the prices between the V. I wonder if that's going to work, but we can try. So we have prev and this correlation is what's going to change. If we have a new correlation, that means we need to start a new line. By the way, prices could go down, so it could become negative, the difference. And that's important also, yeah. Yeah, for this, the difference is, yeah, so the difference is -1 and 1. Yeah, I guess previous. Yeah, we'll have a previous stock price, and we'll have a this correlation needs to be. We need to remember it, so we have a value. We assign the correlation. But before we do that, well, if there is a previous value, we're going to check if there is already an established correlation. Okay. The correlation is bigger than 0. So then we need this new correlation. We'll need to say the new correlation is that, and if new correlation does not equal that, then we'll mean lines increment. We'll increment our count. Yeah. And we'll assign the new correlation but I think we're missing one. I mean, if we just have 2 points, there is no new correlation. There is no correlation so far. We already need to count it. That's the thing. At least this initial one. I mean, it might be just one line. You might not need to. So if the correlation never changes, yeah, so if there is a correlation, then we need to increment in line, but only once. Okay. So if there is a correlation now, so we have a correlation. If correlation is 0, and we have a previous value. Okay, else, yeah. Else, yeah. Okay, so let's see what that gives us. We're almost 40 minutes into decline, not use I. Oh, because we didn't ever use the index chronological. Oh, yeah. V is, yeah, the IV, we don't, yeah, the chronological stock is this. Yeah, we'll have some previous date. But I mean, yeah, the current D, in this case, D is the price, and I is the date, that's the thing. So we want to have basically we want to have pref, price, and date. Which are, how do you call them? Yeah, let's call them like that. So if we have a price, we want to check, do we have a pref price? Okay. Then we check, do we have a correlation? Because the correlation will be price minus pref by day minus day. And that will be the same here. Okay, if there is a price, and we know we have two prices. Okay, if we also have a correlation, we can compare them. But the new correlation is going to be the price of price. And yeah, the new correlation. Else correlation is I guess we could call it pref correlation, instead of and have it, So it's kind of so this correlation is the new one, and the pref is the pref, So we kind of were consistent in our logic, aiming correlation. So this is pref correlation. Bunch of types. We need to make sure it's a float. Yeah, it's always a float. Float types. So float could either be 32-bit or bits or 64 bits. Float 64, yeah. Okay, so let's do. What I don't like about it is that it's an approximation. There could be a very slight difference. The difference, what's the biggest difference? Could be up to 1 billion. Yeah. So there could be like 1 up to 1 billion difference. Yeah, then in that case, you will divide. Price will change only by 1 with the 1 billion days on 1 billionth. I wonder if it's going to work. I don't know. I haven't been playing much with the yeah, so you're trying to assign, this is obviously integer, and you're trying to assign type inference. Yeah, we can use type inference in this case. We just not use value of type as float values assignment. I am converting value of type as float. Oh, okay. Oh, right. All right. So we do need to convert that one as well. And I'm wondering how it's going to work, this conversion. Declared and not used. By the way, yeah, we need to say what's the prep date. What's the prep day, prep price, day. Turn values. Yeah. Oh, turn. Where did I lose this? Around and out of memory. We're out of memory. So it looks like it could not create a slice of that length. When out of range. But what is it like? Out of memory. So we're making a slice. Anyways, let's do our test cases. Oh, it almost worked. It did count that many. So it did. So there are two problems now. One is that chronological it's two subproblems to fit these into the chronological array. To create, I still don't understand what's the maximum length of the slice. Quality of the docs can be addressed by through some capacity. What's the maximum capacity? Yeah. So that's kind of the question. So in this case, it looks like wow. depends on the size of the values. So I did look into the tails. Maximum capacity. I mean, it's just easier in that case to just sort them that. Yeah, but that's not the only problem right now. Even if we do like so that is the need, but it's too much. Yeah, we run out of memory. And so a million is probably enough. Yeah, but not enough for the whole, for all the tests. So we'll just need to do sorting. But there is obviously a bug. We're getting too much lines, too many lines. And there is actually so it's getting that the previous correlation yeah, I wonder what it gets. Yeah, I want to see what those are. In this case, oh, it never gets there. Oh, because its system is different all the time. What? Wait a second. Okay, if pref, we have a price. If we do have a price, okay, if we have a price, we'll get the pref price. Next time, so why no? Oh, this one doesn't even get the standard out. This one does, but this one never gets a standard out. No printing in this case. Oh, it might be just doing this. So it sees the pref price. The correlation is not zero. Correlation is 0. And yeah, but that's the idea. If the correlation is 0, there is nothing to count. Well, we just count one line. We have 2 points of correlation, yet we have the next iteration, the correlation. That's test case 1. Within the next iteration, the correlations should become, oh, it's negative. Jeez. Not 0. Yeah, negative correlation. Yay, so the base algorithm works, but now we need to just, based on this test case, at least on these test cases, but we need to now fix that. I mean, it looks like the integers and the capacity, slice capacity. Yeah, I want to see going slice maximum. Maximum capacity. If we can do that, is limited by the available memory on the system. There is no fixed theoretical limit, but in practice, the maximum will depend on factors such as the size of the available memory. Well, I guess do we have enough memory? So runs out. Says, okay, I cannot allocate memory. At that point, it cannot allocate memory. Well, then it's just sorting. Typical sorting, not count sorting. This is sort of like count sorting. This is like count sorting. We're just sorting the values along an array. But yeah, looks like a billion, which is what we're gonna get, is not enough. We need to get this billion. By the way, no, there could be like very little, but there could be like a day, billionth day. We're fine with the price. The day is what we need. That sort that along, and I mean, we can try to run it on all the cases like that, but we'll probably hit some case where where it's not enough. Yeah, because we were ranging over. By the way, that's not the problem in this case, I think. Because if it was the problem, we will get an out of range answer. Yeah, out of range. Problem here, out of range. So we didn't get out of range, so far at least. Well, it could be a temporary thing, yeah. But we did get so two situations were not counted. Okay, so there are two sub-problems right now. And we're gonna take a break because the two sub-problems are just to sort them, data. And the next sub-problem is to have our comparison more precise, because I'm afraid that the float 64 might give us a correlation equal correlations. I'm not sure how precise those calculations are. That's the thing. For example, if I wanted to print because this is printing, by the way, if I wanted to print when they're different, only when they're different, right? Use test case, and when correlations are different, that's what I want. Yeah. And wow, I'm not seeing any floats. What is wrong with you people? There should be a float. That's what I thought. That part creates an integer. We never get it. So we need to have floats everywhere. Like that needs to be a float and that needs to be a float. Otherwise, yeah, we're eventually just getting the integers. Yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll run into out of range. Yeah. Index out of range, which is logical. We don't have enough space. And we don't have, we can't sort it like that. We ran out of memory. Mm-hmm. I mean, we can probably just fit them in two slices. That's one and slice two. If the day is more than like, oh no, we're gonna not just two slices, 5 billion, 100 million, we're gonna need. It's just easier to sort, I guess. Yeah, so that's up so far. Yeah, so that means we just need to sort this. Yeah, I like the idea. It was a nice idea, but this is a pretty big allocation, which I have to agree as well, which we're not using. Where we're not using memory. But we do need to sort it somehow. Well, it's better just to use the slices. Sort and blend slices, sort. Yeah, and we just need to see how to sort. Well, if they were just one values, we'll just put them like that, but we need to look inside. So that's more like sort func. Yeah, we need to use sort func. So that will be slices, sort func, sort func. Gonna have stock prices, func, we're gonna have A, we're gonna have B, type integers, and this function is going to return it needs to return if return okay we need to compare the the days. Yeah, we need to sort them by days. I think it's like that, but I'm not sure. I haven't been using. Oh, yeah, so it's like that. If they're equal, return 0. I think it's like, yeah, the way it works is we need to return this. It's not guaranteed to be stable. Positive number when more, negative number. Sort is not guaranteed to be. Compare. Sort func requires that comp is strict with ordering. Should return 0 for incomparable items. So I think we need to do it like that. If they're equal, return 0. 0. Oh, basically we need to return the difference. if A is smaller than B, which is natural, so B is bigger, return a positive number. Yeah, so return B minus A. Return that. I'm just learning how to use slices sort in this case. I haven't been using it enough. Last time I was learning that live, it took me like 30 minutes. Wow. When you don't use it, slices sort funk. So this is a slices. And oh gee. Oh gosh, I think I'm so the slice and the value A will stand for so that would be value A and value B. And in our case, yeah, we have value A and value B. Type. Oh, wait a second. They're not of type integer. They're of type slice of integer. Oh yeah, so B0, B0. I wonder if that works. Oh yeah, by the way. And so it says it worked, but so we need to let go of that. Continue working with our slide stock. Yeah, we don't need that as well. And so we're just using sorting. So we'll be going over stock prices, which will give us the pairs now. And not the indexes. We need P, and we'll say that day price is V0 and V1. All right. Wonderful. Wrong answer at the end. What do you mean? So it counted 2. Well, we actually need 1 line. It's 1, 3. It's 2, 3. It's 3, 3. Wow, this is actually, yeah, so this is a case that our logic doesn't cover, I think. So this is Yeah. This is what's happening. It's day 1, day 2, day 3. And all the values are at that level. But obviously they will have different correlations. Because, yeah, there will be a step. Yeah, the days change, but the price stays the same. By the way, it's a case if the day have to change. But if the price is the same, straight line. Yeah. It's not only about so basically, if the price did not change, so we can add a check that the price not equal ref price. And I wonder, if that's going to work. So if price not equal pref price, no. That means the difference is, yeah, we need to make sure that it's not going to work like that. We have 3 points of data. And I'm sure there is a math approach to this. Where you okay, in this case, correlation is different. But there is, but that's not enough. That's what it means. Just the fact that correlation is different. Is not enough. We also could be still a straight line, so no, we'll not to count it. while the correlation could be different. Yeah. But I mean, if they're equal, what was the previous situation? That's the thing. Wait a second. This correlation is 0, the change is 0 to 1. This correlation is 0 to 1. So we are dividing 0 by 1, and it always should be 0, actually. So I think I was wrong. The correlations should not be different. But it shows, wait a minute, so, oh, wait a second. So we have an output 2. But it never prints that which is triggered only when they're different. Oh, wait a second. The previous is 0, yeah. That thing is the problem. That thing is the problem. We want to initialize it. -1. It's not -1, it's the first time, yeah. By the way, that could be different also. Wait a second. Yeah, not -1. We want to initialize it with something that says it hasn't been initialized yet. It hasn't. We don't have a graph correlation yet, because we will start comparing with it. Or why don't we just ignore that? So if we have a pref price, so we have 2 prices now. Why don't we compare if we initialize this first correlation as something that's going to be different from any correlation we can get? But again, we might get a 0. And let's say if we start with 0, the new one might be 0. We have 2 variables. So we have 2 prices. Their correlation is 0. The previous one is 0. It will ignore that one. So the sub problem right now is how to initialize this correlation so that we know that this is that we have 2 correlations to compare. We have a pref one. And if we don't have a pref one, we actually just increment min lines anyways. But we need to know when before we compare them that that's an actual correlation. It's a graph. What could that be? That's a little sub-problem. A little sub-problem. Because the correlation could be I think we could just do math max float 64. I think it should not be a real correlation. Okay, it works in all cases, but this one. I forgot that thing. So if it's not this initial one, then we do our thing. Okay, so we initialized it with the maximum value. I'll answer in the next case. Input this. Output 1, 2, 1. So it's not counting enough. It's just 1. So, but there is actually 2 differences. 1, 1. Then there is this one. They're different, but they're different by a very small number. But it looks like it never triggers the difference. It never sees the difference. That's what I was worried initially, yeah. That we're going to just have we're just going to have the values. They're going to be the same as floats, yeah. So the approach, that approach has this float 64 somehow is not giving us enough precision. Going float 64. Yeah, how max, yeah, what's the decimal? Oh, 64. Approximately 15 decimal digits of precision. So it does have the needed precision, but we still get the same number. Wait a second. So that's the right precision. There is a difference between this and that. And get the initial. We get the initial one. but it looks like these two, when we have why, by the way, correlation graph is 1, 1. The first print, yeah, we have a prev, and we have a correlation, the previous one. Oh, wait a second, I was reading it all wrong. So they are different. No, they are, the correlations are the same, so it doesn't print. Okay, oh, sorry, it looks like this over time it's taking, is making me lose my concentration. So this is the input, this is the input value. These are correlations that we get. We never get the 1, 1. Yeah, because we don't have it yet at that moment. We have it once we hit that. We have it here. But that should be, yeah, so once we have a pair, yes, we have a correlation between them. And then we have correlation between the other two. And for some reason, so the difference, okay, the difference is that minus 1, that minus 1. And then we divide price by the day. Yeah, and then compare the difference between that minus that. And they're the same, but they cannot be the same. Or can't they? I mean, one goes at some angle. Maybe they, oh, maybe they can. Okay, so my first idea is we use a more precise way instead of using the floats, more precise way to compare that. Instead of using this correlation, something else. So I'll think about it a little bit, but we have been working on this problem enough, and I think we're almost done. Did it we ran out of time an hour ago, but that suggests that I should practice sorting and these floats. Yeah, with the floats, I kind of felt like out of my comfort zone with these floats, yeah. And maybe also you see this, how big can a slice be? Also, this is a good question, and okay, good to know. I guess that's our stream for today, and thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.